is electric dipole. A pair of equal and opposite point charges separated by a small distance is called electric dipole. That means if we place here a point charge minus q and here a point charge plus, then this system is called electric dipole, provided the distance between these two charge, which is taken as 12, is very less. Then this system of charges is called electric dipole. What is the total charge of an electric dipole? Of course, zero. Minus q plus q, that means total charge is zero. Total charge of an electric dipole is zero. Line joining between these two charges is called the axis of the dipole, and the midpoint, let us take this is the midpoint. Midpoint of the dipole is called the center of the dipole. Midpoint of the line joining between the two charges is called the center of the dipole. That means O is the center. Let us say minus q charge is at point A, plus q charge is at point B. Then line AB, which can be extended on both sides, is taken as the axis of the dipole. And another quantity we are going to define, that electric dipole moment. Dipole moment is defined as a vector quantity whose magnitude is the amount of charge of one point charge of a dipole and the distance between the two charges, and its direction is from negative charge to positive charge. That means its direction is along AB here, A to B. That means its direction is from minus q to plus q. Dimension of the dipole moment will be dimension of q and dimension of 2l. Q is it and 2 is dimensionless, L is L. That means LTI is the dimension of dipole moment, and its SI unit of dipole moment is Coulomb into meter. In the previous class we have drawn the electric field lines due to equal and opposite charges separated by a distance. This plus charge, this is minus charge. Then electric field lines will be like this. These are the electric field lines due to an electric dipole. Though the total charge of an electric dipole is zero, yet it is not necessary that electric field due to dipole is zero everywhere. Rather, we are going to calculate the electric field due to an electric dipole at different points. First, we calculate the electric field due to electric dipole at two special points. First, we are going to calculate the electric field at the axial point and then in equatorial plane. Electric field intensity due to a dipole at a point on the axis of a dipole of dipole moment P. Let us consider an electric dipole whose minus q charge is at point A and plus q charge is at point B. O is the center of the dipole, 12 is the length of the dipole. That means OA is L and also OB is L. Our field point, that means the point at which we are going to calculate the field is P, which is at a distance r from the dipole. That means the field point is at a distance r from the center of the dipole, and dipole moment of this dipole is q into t 12, q into 12, and whose direction is along AB vector from A to B. Now we are going to calculate the field at P. Now the electric field intensity at point P due to minus charge, that means minus q at A, due to minus q at A is E1 equals to, that means we have two charges, one is minus q, other is plus q. First we are going to calculate the field at P due to minus q, then we have to find out the field at P due to plus q, and then we have to take the vector addition or vector addition of those two vectors. E, which is a vector quantity and whose magnitude is q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught a p square, right? A p square, and which is equals to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. AP is what? This is R and this is L. That means AP is R plus L. That means you can write 4 pi epsilon naught R plus L whole square. In which direction? Direction of E1 towards A. That means this is the direction of E1. Is it clear? Because electric field is the force on unit positive charge. Force on unit positive charge, that means we have placed here a unit positive charge which is attracted by this negative charge, and the direction will be along PA. That means is along PA, P to A direction. Now the electric field intensity at point P due to plus q charge. Plus q charge is at B is equal to E2 is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught BP square. Distance is BP. That means BP square, which is equals to q by 4 pi epsilon naught, and BP is, this is R, this is L. That means BP is R minus L, which is R minus L whole square, and it is along, we are placing here unit positive charge and calculate the field due to this positive charge, then it will be repulsive and the force or electric field will be along this direction. This is E2. That means this direction means along AP vector, right? Along AP vector. Now it is clear that E2 is greater than E1. Magnitude of E2 is greater than magnitude of E1 because in denominator R minus L here, R plus L, which is greater than this. Therefore, E2 is greater than E1. From here, we can say E2 is greater than E1. And these two vectors are in opposite direction. One is this direction, other is this direction. Right? Therefore, vector sum of these two vectors will be equal to E2 minus E1 since E2 is greater than E1. That means the electric field intensity at point P, or net electric field or resultant electric field, whatever you can say, due to the dipole at P is E equals to E2 minus E1, and its direction will be along E2. E2 means along AB vector or AP vector, whatever you can say, along AB vector, and this E is equal to E2 minus E1. Right here E2 Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R minus L whole square minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R plus L whole square, and this will be along AB vector, which is equals to, you can take common, Q by 4 pi epsilon 0, and here R minus L whole square minus 1 by R plus L whole square, which can be written as Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R minus L whole square R plus L whole square. In the numerator, R minus L whole square R plus L whole square is equals to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is this? This is 4RL. And what is this? This is R square minus L square whole square. Or you can write Q into 2L into R and put here 2. Here 4 RL into Q, that means Q into 2L into R and multiplied by 2. And here is 4 pi epsilon naught R square minus L square whole square. From here, what is this? This is Q into 2L is P, dipole moment. That means you can write 2PR divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square minus L square whole square along AB. Now you can write it as in the vector form. E equals to this field, electric field due to the dipole, is along AB. AB means along this direction, which is the direction of dipole moment vector. That means you can write vectorially E electric field at an axial point due to a dipole is equal to 2PR divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square minus L square whole square. Is it clear? This is the electric field. Now we are going to make an approximation, which is if L is much less than R, that means length of dipole is very small compared to the distance of the field point from the dipole. L is much less than R, or from here you can write L by R is much less than 1, or in that case the higher order of L by R, that is L square by R square, L cube by R cube, all these can be taken as 0. For that case you can write E equals to 2PR divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here we are taking common R square, then this is in bracket 1 minus L square by R square, this, right? Making this approximation, that means L square by R square taking as 0, we can write 2PR divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square and then again square. Then you can write R to the power 4, or from here you can write 2p divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. You see here, you see that E is proportional to R cube. Electric field is inversely proportional to the cube of the distance, not square of the distance. This is one special point. Electric field due to dipole on the axial point, this point also known as end-on position. This position is also known as end-on position, right? Next, the electric field due to a dipole on a point which is at the perpendicular bisector of a dipole, perpendicular bisector of the dipole. That means electric field intensity at a point on the equatorial plane, which is known as broadside on position. Broadside on position. That means we are going to discuss electric field intensity at a point on the equatorial plane of the dipole. Equatorial plane means it is a plane which is perpendicular to the axis and passing through the center of the dipole. Let us say this is the dipole. Minus q point charge at a point A and plus q charge at a point B. This is the axis, this is the center, and this is the equatorial plane passing through the center of the dipole and perpendicular to the axis. This is P vector, right? This length is L. This length is also L. P is again Q into 2L and along AB. We are take the field point at P, and which is take the field point P, which is at a distance r from the center of the dipole. This is the field point, and this length is r. This is AP, this is BP. Let us say this angle is theta, then this angle will be theta, and AP will be equal to BP, and which will be equal to root over r square plus L square, because this is perpendicular, this is r, this is L, then this will be the hypotenuse, and this will be root over r square plus L square, and this also. And we are doing one more thing, cos theta. This theta, then cos theta will be equal to L divided by this, L divided by root over r square plus L square. Now you are going to find the electric field at P due to this dipole. Now electric field intensity. Electric field intensity at P due to minus which is at a point A is equal to E1 equals to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught AP square. Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught AP square. In which direction? This is a vector quantity. Therefore, it has direction. In which direction it is acted? It will be acted on this direction, because we are putting here plus 1 charge, which will be attracted towards this minus 2. Therefore, this is E1 vector. And electric field intensity at P due to plus Q is E2 vector will be equal to electric field at P due to this charge will be equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught this square, or Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught BP square. We have not written that. For E1 it is along PA vector, and in this case it is along BP vector. It is along BP vector. In this direction, that means it is BP vector, because it will be repulsive force. Now, the electric field at P due to these two charge will be equal to vector sum of these two field. are going to resolute here, making the resolution of vector. That means we are going to divide this vector along this vector and along this direction, right? If this angle is theta, then this angle is also theta. Therefore, the component of E2 along this direction is E2 cos of theta, and component of this vector along this direction is E2 sin theta. Similarly, since this angle is theta, therefore this angle is also theta. Therefore, you can divide E1 into two parts. One is along this direction, other is along this direction. The component of E1 along this direction is E1 cos theta, and component of E1 along this direction is E1 sin theta. And we already see here magnitude of E1 is equal to magnitude of E2. Therefore, this E2 sin theta will be equal to E1 sin theta, but in opposite direction. So these two are cancelled out. Here these two are cancelled out. Therefore, the vector sum of E1 and E2 will be equal to sum of this. Therefore, the net electric field at point P will be along this direction. Which is parallel to BA. That means opposite to AB. That means opposite to P vector. Electric field intensity at P due to the dipole is equals to E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta. Since E1 and E2 is same, magnitude is same, therefore we can write 2 E1 cos theta. And this is along E is along BA vector. Or from here you can write 2 E1. E1 is what? E1 and E2 same. AP and BP same. That means Q by 4 pi epsilon naught AP. AP is equal to BP is equal to root over R square plus L square. That means AP square is equal to BP square is equal to R square plus L square. This is E1, and which is cos theta? Cos theta here. We have already written that. L by root over L square plus L by root over R square plus L square. And from here you can write Q into 2L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus L square to the power 3 by 2. Or Q into 2L is P. Q into 2L is P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus L square to the power 3 by 2 along BA. And along BA means what? Along BA means along minus P vector. That means we can write E vector is equal to minus P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus L square to the power 3 by 2 is minus P vector. Now again we are making the approximation that L is much less than R. That means length of the dipole is very less compared to the distance of the field point from the dipole. That means L by R is much less than 1, or you can say for that L by R square taken as 0. And in that case we may write E is equal to minus P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. We are taking common R square. That means 1 plus L square by R square. Second bracket completed, and then 3 by 2. Now L square by R square is taken as 0. That means R square to the power 3 by 2. R square to the power 3 by 2. That means R cube. That means from here we can write E equals to 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. This is the is proportional to 1 by r. For the point on the axis, it was along the dipole moment, but in the equatorial plane, point on the equatorial plane, the electric field due to the dipole is opposite to the electric dipole moment. And again, you see here, it is the half of that previous result, right? In the previous result, E was 2p divided by 4 pi epsilon r. That means at a same distance, if the point is on the axis, then field will be double compared to the point which is at the equatorial plane.